Why do you need to take control of your life? This video is for day 11 of my YouTube challenge, and I had just gotten a download earlier, right when I came back from the gym, and I really needed to share it with you all. So it's why you need to take control of your life and how to control your energy. Those are the two key messages of this video. So the first one is going to be, why do you need to take control of your life? So I was driving home and I was thinking about how there are a lot of things that I would like to accomplish within the next week, and they are pertaining to enhancing my skills and furthering my understanding and my knowledge of my current skills that I have in terms of technology and whatnot and cybersecurity. And I realized, I was like, wait a minute, I need to take control of this situation right here. Like, I kind of have been going through life kind of like on cruise mode, but I realized that I do really well with structure. I do really well with having schedules for certain things. And my whole life, I realized that every aspect needs some kind of structure. At least for me, there's some people who can go throughout life and they're like, oh yeah, we'll just figure it out. Like, I just go with the flow. Now, going with the flow is cool and all, but sometimes you need to have structure, you need to have practicality, and you need to be realistic, and you need to have balance in whatever it is you need to do. If it's getting a job, you need to have a structure of how you're going to get that job. Maybe it's working on your resume, maybe it's improving your skills. If it's going to school and getting a degree and getting really good grades, you need to calculate and figure out and strategize, okay, what classes are easy for me, what courses do I need to pay attention to, and whatnot. So I realized that for me, whatever I'm preparing for in my life, I need to create a schedule. Because I'm like, wait, I don't know why it just dawned on me, but I was like, I need to create a schedule of what I want to accomplish in the next 4 days. Forget the week, forget 2 weeks from now. I realize a lot of people burden themselves with potential future outcomes of like how they're going to perform and what they're going to do and how they're going to plan and what they're going to take action on. For me, I realized, I mean, it's something that I've heard in my life throughout the course of my life often, where you need to do things in like bite-sized pieces and bite-sized sections. And I used to be the type of person where I just want to do it all at once. And that's not going to really get you anywhere. And I'm realizing that and have realized that before. So with that being said, I was like, okay, instead of thinking about what I want to accomplish for the next 2 weeks or even the next week, let me just think about the next 4 days, aka the weekend, over the weekend plus one weekday. And I said, oh my gosh, like this makes so much sense. Like this is something that people should really think about. Like, why do you need to take control of your life? You need to take control of your life because at the end of the, like, my situation is I was relying on my dad for something, like to have help, and I'm very grateful that I can have that opportunity with a parent, with a family member, right? And I realized that he was going to help me with either just going over certain things like my resume or just, maybe doing an interview or a mock interview. But I realized that in order to be prepared for that whole situation, there are some things that I need to refresh my mind. And I also can't wait for him to be like, hey, okay, let's do this mock interview now and whatnot. I need to be prepared for whatever, regardless, whether it's a mock interview or it's interviews for other positions and stuff like that, or for potential jobs that I might have applied to. I can't basically just sit around and just wait until he's like, okay, let's do this. It just pertains to just not sitting down and waiting for something to happen. You need to always be taking action. In my previous video for day 10 about why you need to exercising keeps the body in motion. And something else that I really wanted to mention too is that exercising really helps with the extra energy that you might have. Some people, they might have a really high libido, and sometimes they don't know what to do with that extra creative or sexual energy. So for men specifically, men who don't have self-discipline, whether they're in a relationship or not, they just go and get intimately involved and physically involved with the next moving thing that they see. And when I say that, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I don't mean to come off that way, but it's true. And it's not only for men, it's for females too. With the females, they might not really know how to deal with their sexual chi, their energy. And so they might just go and just like open it up for someone and just keep doing that and keep staying in that same karmic cycle, that same cycle. And it's both for men and women. And so with that being said, going to just kind of touching on the last video, going to the gym or exercising. You don't even have to go to the gym. Just moving your body for a certain amount of time, a certain period of time, can help really re-regulate your emotions, your nervous system, and your energy, your sexual energy. A lot of people might also have like pent-up aggression, and they're not understanding like where to put that. That's also why people need to have a creative outlet. That's why I have a creative outlet, because it is what time is it? Almost, it's 10 something at night, almost 11 at night, and there's no one to talk to. People are sleeping, but here I am. I'm awake. I have so many ideas. I have so much creative energy, and I'm using it in the best way that I know how. I'm using it in the most healthiest way. I'm not going and wasting it on alcohol or substances or laying down with a bunch of bodies and everything like that. With all due respect, if people want to do that, cool, that's how you live your life. But I'm just saying, like, I have gotten to a level of consciousness and a level of understanding where I now know how to use my creative energy. I now know how to use my sexual energy. And sexual energy doesn't have to be inappropriate. Sexual energy is really just how you create. It's the energy that you use to create. It's the energy that you use to navigate through the world and through the space and time continuum. It's what it is part of our own existence. Like, that's why we're all here, because two people came together, they da 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 da, and then here I am, right? And here you are. So that's really a blessing. Like, it's a blessing to be alive. It's a blessing to see this video. It's a blessing to even have the resources to be on social media, to watch other people grow, to watch other people's lives and their transformations, and to even learn and to be motivated. It's really truly a blessing. Like, no matter what your situation is, I understand that I haven't lived everyone's situation, but no matter what your situation is, as long as you're alive, you can hear, you can see, um you have some kind of like senses going on, that is a blessing. And if today is not your day, don't you worry, because tomorrow, pray to God, will be a new one. Tomorrow will be a new day. If you didn't have a great day today, I'm sorry. I send my condolences. I understand what it's like to be sad. I understand what it's like to be anxious and to be depressed. Like, we're humans. We're going to go through these emotions, whether people want to talk about it or not. It happens to almost every one of us. I can't even say almost. It happens to every one of us in some way, shape, or form, some way, somehow. Whether or not you know how to identify, oh, I'm sad, or I have anxiety, or I'm depressed, or I have low self-esteem, whatever it is, if today is not your day, don't worry. Just take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale all the negativity. Do your little nighttime routine or whatever you do before you go to sleep, and go to sleep and wake and pray that you wake up and you have another day to tackle the things that you probably didn't get to do the day before. Let me turn this fan on because it's getting hot. Hold on. So, as I was saying, if today isn't your day, don't worry, because tomorrow will be a new one, right? Sorry if you hear the fan, just bear with me. But tomorrow will be a new one. So, understand that it's, like I said, it's a privilege to just be alive. If you know, according to science, when a male and a female, when two humans procreate and the sperm is traveling to the egg, there's like there's I think thousands or millions or billions of there's at least millions or billions of sperm traveling to get to that one egg, to attach itself to that egg and essentially create life. You are that sperm. Or yeah, I think you are that sperm. Either way, I can't remember science right now, but you are that sperm that connected with the egg, or you're part of that whole process. Out of the millions and billions of spermies that went to go to that egg, you're the one that went to that egg. So you need to be realizing that you are at a pivotal moment in your life. Every present moment is important. Every present moment is the access point to navigating a whole new situation, to altering your future, to bettering yourself so you can better the world. So, going back to why you need to take control of your life, because your life depends on it. Other people that you probably haven't met yet are depending on you. Other people need you to go work out, be your best self, so that somehow along the way you can stumble upon them, they can stumble upon you on their path, and maybe you can exchange a few words, or you guys can grab a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, take a walk, something, and then it changes something in their life, and then they can go and pass it on and do the same thing. So why you need to take control of your life? Because we're here. It's a privilege to be here. It's a privilege to be able to have, a say in how you want to look, how you want to feel, how you want to smell, what you want to eat, what you want to do. It's really a privilege because some places and some people and maybe some countries and some cultures don't really have that. They just follow what they were told. And being a free thinker, but also balanced in your thinking and also practical in your thinking, is truly a blessing, because that means that your consciousness cannot be controlled. Only you and God can control it. So why it's important to take control of your life? Because for me, I realized the structure, for me, I need to have that structure so that before I do any mock interview or anything with my dad or whoever to prepare to better myself, my skills, I need to work with me. This goes back to pouring into your own cup so you can pour into others. While I'm not necessarily going to be pouring into the other individual's cup about skills or a job or whatnot, I'm pouring into my cup to refresh my mind, to understand what it is that I'm going to be talking about or discussing in a potential interview or something like that. So that when I get to that preparatory phase, it's like, okay, I did this with myself, so I'm just doing it again with this other individual who's here to help me and whatnot. So that was pretty much the gist of that first portion of why you need to take control of your life and why that's important, because you need to keep going. For me, I know that I need to have some sort of structure where I get up in the mornings, I do what I need to do, I make something to eat, I go to the gym or I work out, I come back, I work on my skills, and then I do the same thing over again. And then every now and then every now and then I realize that it is important to have something fun to do. Going back to having a creative outlet and working out and having that extra energy, you're going to want to create. You need to either make music, make beats, do some art, pick up a hobby where you could do ballet. If maybe finances are an issue, find what you can do around the house. Start, recycling clothes or getting rid of clothes, or starting thinking about selling clothes on Poshmark, eBay, what have you. We have access to so many resources, more specifically in the US, and it's really important. My cat is putting his paw underneath my door. So cute. It was kind of scary. But we have access to so many resources, so many outlets. It's really up to you to take control of your life. Don't let life control you. Yeah, there's social media. Yeah, there are different platforms on there where you can just scroll and scroll. By the time you know it, it's been 3 hours and you haven't done jack squiddly diddly do. Okay? You don't want to be in that position. I've been in that position way too many times, even in college, even like in the army, and even just here where I'm at with my parents. So you need to really realize that you always have control. No matter what someone's telling you, who is trying to control you, you have control of you. Okay, I have a question for you. When you wake up in the morning, how did you wake up? Did you just did someone wake you up like in a realistic setting, or did you woke up like your alarm woke you up? Did you just opened your eyes, like you levitated your body from the bed, levantate, like you got up off the bed, right? You did that. You have control over that. When you have to go to the bathroom is most of the time, like if you're more so like, I guess I'd say if you're an able-bodied individual, or if you're not really an elderly person, or if you're an elderly person and you can move, either way, for the most part, for most people, if you need to go to the bathroom, who's going to the bathroom? Not Jim, Sam, or Paul. You are. You're the one getting out of that bed or getting out of your room or wherever you're at, taking yourself to the bathroom, going there and using the bathroom, right? So you have control over that. No one is like in your mind saying, no, you can't do that. You have control, right? You have control over your thoughts. You have control over your mind. You have control over what you want to do, what you don't want to do. And then you can move from there. So you have control over your life. Why it's important to take control of your life is because you were given life. God gave you life to be like, okay, what's next? What do I need to accomplish in this lifetime? And the other topic that I want to touch on, The other topic that I want to touch on is the other topic is how to control your energy. I'll give you a simple tip on how to control your energy. If someone makes you upset, or if you feel triggered by someone, let's say you go to work and, I don't know, Sam talked to you a certain kind of way, and you felt some kind of way because Sam talked to you a certain kind of way, and you're like, no, Sam, you're not going to talk to me like that. Mind you, I don't know anyone named Sam. Like, but let's just say that's a scenario, right? What are you going to do? Are you going to give Sam that same energy and be like, first of all, B, don't say anything, ignore, and just and keep your anger to yourself? Or C, find a healthy way. If you hear my cat meowing, my bad. He's just him. But C, you can find a healthy way to alleviate the feeling that you have gotten from that interaction, right? You see, at the end of the day, Sam's not holding you down like on the back of your head and saying, be angry because I said this to you. No, it's just an emotional thing that happens to us. So you can take your power back and you can take control of your emotions by identifying, oh, I did not like the way she just spoke to me, or he just spoke to me, whatever, and I need to do something about it. You can go to the bathroom, take some deep breathing exercises. When I tell you deep breathing literally changed my life, it changed my life. So you can do some deep breathing. Or in addition to deep breathing, you can, if it's a bathroom, or go in your car, or just go somewhere where just go outside and just go somewhere where you have privacy, even if it's for a brief moment, even if it's like a wall that's like somewhere where no one can really see you. Just stay in that corner and just take a deep breath. That's the first part. And then the second part that you can add is just try to calm your mind. Just try to think about nothing. You just hold it for a little bit, think about good positive thoughts, and then exhale. If you need to go to, if you want to think about a happy place, go to a happy place in your mind. If it's the beach, if it's some kind of, I'm hearing like some kind of temple. Why did I hear like I heard something else. If it's like a synagogue, I don't know why that just popped into my mind. But if you need to go under a tree, if you need to go into your car, sorry, my bad, in your mind, if you think of your happy place in your mind, if it's that temple or that other place or the beach, think of it in your mind and go there. Your mind is a tool. To use it properly, you use your mind for God. That's my understanding. That's my belief, my understanding. But you use your mind for the greater good. Your mind you can go left or you can go right. You can be really, really happy and really loving, or you could be really, really mean and evil. You see, this is the reason why people have trauma. This is the reason why people crash out and they just wild out on everybody and they commit really bad crimes, because a lot of the times things happen to people and they just spiritually swallow it and they just don't even deal with it. That is an unhealthy way. Moving forward into 2025, we need to be processing our emotions in a healthy way. If we're going to be helping each other in some way, if we're going to be working on advancing and progressing and evolving ourselves, the number one thing that you need to get a control of, actually two things, is your mind and your thoughts, which that's one, two, or that's just one, your mind / thoughts, and your emotions. And then the third thing is how you respond / react to those emotions. Now, you don't want to react. So going back to our scenario about Sam, you do not want to punch Sam in the face because she made you feel away. Because a lot of people they have short fuses nowadays. You don't want to light anything on fire. You don't want to get a pew pew and you don't want to do that. A lot of the times we hear about these pew pew situations, very, very sad, and it's for the families, and I always send my condolences. But we hear about these far too often, especially here in America. Like, so there's got to be some kind of solution. And at the end of the day, it's up to that individual to want to change. It's up to that individual to want to be like, you know what? I have all this pent up anger and this aggression, and I don't want to feel this, or I have a lot of, like, remember I talked about sexual energy and I don't know what to do with it. That's why we need to really think about these healthier habits. We need to really think about, okay, what can I do in this moment to release this creative energy? I can open up a social media platform and make commentary videos. I can go to the gym. Like, I spent a good 2 hours in the gym because I had so much energy. And sometimes I stay there, like, I don't want to, but sometimes I stay there till closing. And it's like, I need to do something with this energy. I need to do something with these thoughts, with these amazing downloads that I'm getting. I need to share with somebody. I can't just make videos and just keep them in my phone. And I had to do a lot of my own personal inner work and figure out what it is that I needed to do to get to the next level. If I knew in my other video, I mentioned something about asking God to, like, let me know, should I keep doing YouTube? There's something that I needed to do to get to that version of myself that would allow myself to express my creative flow, my creativity and whatnot. So controlling your energy is really, really important, and it's a must. If you want to be financially free or financially abundant or spiritually abundant, if you want to be financially free or spiritually abundant, especially in today's age, the number one most important thing, like I said, is, well, it's a plethora of things, but the number one most important thing is to control your emotions. And to control your emotions is to control your mind, to control your thoughts, right? So just understand that, number one, you need to take control of your life. You can't let someone else or something else dictate your life, because at the end of the day, this flesh that we call, this is your vessel. If you're more of a spiritual person and you have a spiritual understanding, this is God's temple. This is God's temple. So that is why it is, if you want to get into sin and everything like that, that's why it is a sin to go and, you know, do the intimate dance with other people, because you are letting them enter God's temple when you didn't even, like, bless this temple. You didn't even do, like, the things that you need to do to make it the best that it could be. That's why, I mean, I'm not going to really get into that. I don't want to really say a sin, but for me, sin is like just a lack of accountability in God's kingdom. That's really what I feel it is. And so many things are a sin because at the end of the day, we are a form of God. We are God's children having a human experience. So, like, we have part of that in our DNA, right? So you need to really realize that your body is a temple. Your body, you should feel, in my opinion, as a female or male, you should feel sexy in your body, okay? You should feel like you're the hottest thing since sliced bread. You should feel like, I should do a course on confidence. You should feel like nobody else is hotter than you, okay? Now that's some high confidence. I'm not saying, like, you should take my word for it, but take my word for it, okay? I had to do a lot of my own personal work, and I'm really proud of myself. I still have a lot of more things to learn in life and a lot more places to go spiritually, mentally, physically, and emotionally. But with that being said, if you made it this far, thank you. I really appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe because it's free. Like the video because it's free. Comment down below if there's something that you learned, if you gather some value. Okay? I might make another video because I just have so much energy. I might make a video for day 12. I don't know. And 13. And maybe 14. And 15. 16. 17. 18. Okay. But yeah, I really am taking the unedited approach because I feel like I say that because I was like, oh, maybe I should edit some of these things out. But and then again, your vibe attracts a tribe. And I've never really liked the idea of editing. You can call me lazy. I know I personally am not lazy. It's just, I really want people to see and understand that people can have an authentic flow of speaking. People can talk. Nothing has to be edited. This is a sit down talk. I do eventually want to do vlogs, but I'm just really have a lot of creative time and creative space. So this video is, like I said, it's about why you need to take control of your life and how to control your energy. So with that being said, I'm gonna go. Love you lots. Thank you for taking the time and the energy to watch this video. And until next time, my friends, my family, my loves, all right, peace. Bye.